Breaking news out of Texas. A Texas land commissioner is offering to sell thousands of acres of land in the state to the Trump administration for the purposes of building mass detention camps. The original offer was around 1,400 acres, but now she's amending it to increase it even more. If you think this sounds like Germany in the 1930s, you're actually not far off. But who would do it and who's going to pay for it? ICE certainly doesn't have the funding. We can barely deport the people who are sitting in prisons convicted of actual felonies. There's no way that Trump can realistically and legally utilize the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to do it because we're not actually at war with people who are living in the United States. And we also know that utilizing the National Guard in order to work domestic affairs rather than what they're supposed to be doing isn't exactly a walk in the park. Considering Texas elections are coming up in 2026, this seems like a MAGA marketing ploy in order for the commissioner to be reelected, so good luck.
I've seen a lot of people confused about the fact that Native Americans are being picked up by ICE, and they're like, where are they even going to deport them to? Oklahoma? I need you to get like 2 steps ahead. Mass deportations is exactly how it started in 1930s Germany, until they conveniently realized that they had nowhere to actually deport these people to. So what did they do? They invested in building detention centers, which we now know as concentration camps. That's exactly what they did. There's a reason that Native Americans were brought up in the birthright citizenship argument. It was not a mistake that Native Americans were picked up. They are planning for it. They are also going to use the excuse that Mexico is turning away all of the deportees as another reason why they need to build more detention centers. And don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at Mexico. Other countries need to be fighting back as well. That's not the point of this. But they are going to use it as an excuse to give government contracts to private prison companies to build more detention centers. That is the plan. It is why private prison companies are investing so heavily in congresspeople's campaign funds and why congresspeople are investing so heavily in private prison systems stocks. AOC literally just commented on this. That is the plan. The plan is concentration camps. They are going to find loopholes in laws like the Patriot Act, which allow for people to be stripped of their due process if it's a national security concern. And they're going to find loopholes like the 13th Amendment that allows for slavery in prison. And they're going to use those loopholes to charge these people with crimes that have life sentences, no due process, and they are going to use them for slave labor. They are planning concentration camps. Please get ahead.
Trump admin questions Native Americans' birthright citizenship in court. And I read the article. This is not clickbait. This is very real. As some of you may or may not know, Trump is trying to attack birthright citizenship, specifically targeting immigrant families. And they're trying to get this through by referring back to a Civil Rights Act of 1866, using the quote, all persons born in the United States and not subject to any foreign power, excluding Indians not taxed. Yeah, that's the quote that they picked out. And here from the Trump administration, this quote is basically saying, hey, this law thinks that Native Americans aren't citizens. So children of undocumented people shouldn't be citizens either. That is the quote. That is what this quote is saying.
So now they're questioning Native American birthright citizenship while also trying to strip away the 14th Amendment in order to eliminate the illegal migrants, which we all know that will extend to also Native Americans and then most likely African Americans as well. Since Native Americans are loyal to their tribe and they have their own treaties and everything, they would need to denounce their allegiance to their tribe, which is honestly a horrible thing. And this is not to be mean when I say this, and this is more just for history. Native Americans should have stopped white people when they started putting their names on the Native American list. Now, while many people act like they don't know, there were many dark-skinned Native Americans. There were many Native Americans that were reclassified as Negro. And as they stripped away their rights to be Native American, they then forced their names onto the Native American census list. White people. That's why you see so many super white Native Americans with 1% Native. And many of them don't even have Native American blood. They're just lying about it because their family's been on the list the whole time and they have been receiving benefits. And this is why you have to draw a line. And when you see one group of people getting treated bad, you need to stop it at the door. Because once they're done with them, they are coming for you.